methods. I think it's Gauss random float is probably what we want. So Gaussian random is pretty simple. It's basically a random number, but it sticks to the middle of that number. So how you do that is you take 3 random numbers and you just average them together. So we want to do like our minimum decision time maybe is like 1 second, and our maximum decision time is 4 seconds. So he will generally pick something around 3 seconds, 2.5 seconds. So we made a new decision, so we're just gonna print it out to the log. We're gonna say we have decided that we will do %s for %f seconds. What was that all about? The world may never know. See M time left in decision. And we don't need this, we just need this. And it's not dir.roll, it's die roll. And we're gonna have to do some casts and other bullshit up there to get this thing to work. But I'm confident that we can do that. So what it's basically saying, we cannot convert from an enum to an int. Let's see if there's some nice thing. Convert enum to int32 Unreal. Is there a nice little cast for this? So they're saying just screw it, just do a static cast with an int on it. Just like that. It's like, to hell with it. Alright, so we're good to go with these things. So we'll just tell the compiler that we know what we're doing and to trust us because we're trustworthy people. Why are we getting angry? Time left in decision is totally varied. Alright, so we got that. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to do m time left in decision minus equal delta t because we really don't give a crap. And if time left in decision is less than or equal to 0, then we make a new decision. And then we do something real simple, which is just switch off of our current decision. And this is not how you create good AI, this is how you create really shitty AI. And to hell with it. By default, he will do nothing. Do fat sacks have genders? Like, is that a thing? I'll have to ask Adam. Slap some function headers on there because who cares? Who cares? Alright, so we're also going to have a bool first frame of decision. And we're just going to set that to true here, and at the end of this we just set it to false, because we don't care. Alright Ishu, thanks for sticking around. I hope you have a good rest of your day. You're narrowly missing us getting fat sacks roaming around the level, but that's okay. They're not going to be doing too much exciting stuff, so you're not going to be missing much. We'll be doing more exciting things tomorrow. So, later, dude. Alright, so if he's doing nothing, he'll do nothing if he's wandering. The first thing he's going to do. So this is the first frame of decision. We are going to pick our direction. You lurk on your phone? Alright. Well, it'll be another, like, I think 20 minutes before we get stuff rolling along here. So, with our direction here, basically we're going to either go to the left or to the right. Alright, so if M head right, else. Our wanted velocity, movement velocity, all that crap, we just need to go to our CC, and we need a direction vector. Where's our direction vector? 0 vector. Direction vector. Dot y minus equals 1 by 0. And our direction vector dot y is plus equal to 1 by 0. So we're just going to say movement. Movement is get movement. Yeah, so we'll just get our movement. Point of velocity is going to be that one, jump velocity is such. So we should be wandering in the direction that we want to be wandering in. Should we go ahead and play an animation? I think we should go ahead and play an animation. Let's go look over in our moving object, way at the bottom where we hit all that crap code. So basically it's the anim controller. How do we get the animation controller? Well, this is a moving object, so we can just snag it. So our set is going to be, let's get his trot animation. Actually the walk one I kind of like a little bit better. So the set's going to be that. This is just crap code. So the set is going to be there, it's a pointer for it, so action wrapper is going to be that. It's going to be wrap, flipbook, animation ID, anim sub-0. If anims.num is greater than 0. What is the duration? Yeah, we'll just set you to 1. So that should flip our character properly. It should actually play an animation, and it should head in a direction for us randomly. Update dig. All he's gonna do is dig. I don't get his digging animation. Yeah, we never actually did that. We just have these things are rigged up. Anim data. Where's anim data? Let's get entity animation data there. So we're just throwing some awful AI together real quick, just to get some basic crap, some little basic test enemies that'll just walk around the map and do some really basic stuff, so we can test out some edge cases with having multiple dynamic objects in the scene. And that's about it. Once we get those guys roaming around, we're probably done for today. Let's just make sure that it doesn't immediately crash on us, which of course it does. Why? Object initializer can only be used inside of object-derived class constructor. So you're saying I can't make a U-weighted Dashkin die? And that's because a weighted die is a scene component. What the fuck? Yeah. I do not know why I made this a scene component. Oh god, why? What have I done? Well, we're just gonna fix that. This is a weighted die component. So basically, it should be weighted die component is what we should have here, and it should have the same basic things as our weighted die object. It should have all the things, but basically our actual weighted die should just be a frickin' class, and it shouldn't be a U class or any of that crap. It should just be a frickin' class. So we can do all the things very simply with it. Yeah, we'll just have that still up there. So static roll should go away from here. And weighted die. That's CPP. We'll just copy paste the full hell out of this. So these are the weighted die components. So what we're gonna do is we're basically just gonna copy these methods down here. And all of these are just gonna replace with the actual weighted die component. So roll, add item, move item. This one's just gonna make a die here. Does this actually need anything? Like, it's got everything in data, it's got its weight, and then like it doesn't even care. It just works right on the static weighted die entry stuff. So that's not too bad. So for all these other things, basically what we want is we just want a die in here. And all we're going to do for all these things is just do the things. We having basic internet problems? Let me just check on a few things real quick. Let's see. No, it doesn't look like any problems going on. Just kind of just basic stuff. Nothing insane. Just wondering why something was moving a little slow, and double checking on it, and it's just my imagination. So basically, we're just calling return mdi.roll and stuff like that. So it's just a pass through thing. mdi.add item. Wait. And this should make it real simple for everybody to use all the things. From blueprints and all that, so it should just work for us. And that should fix our issue that we got where this die is stupid. It will no longer be stupid. It will be smarter, as it should be. Alright. Just fixing up those compile errors. I needed to declare a constructor for my weighted die roll and then initialize the weight. I wasn't doing that. Excuse me, got the hiccups. And I want to go look at the... I'm going to run it and make sure Fat Sack can wander real quick. He should be randomly deciding every 1 to 4 seconds to wander around. Yeah, there he goes. He's wandering around. He's not doing much, right? 4 seconds should elapse. He's just sped off at the speed of sound. He's gone. What the fuck? Alright. And what I want to look at is I want to look at Fat Sack and I want to see his special dig is... So the unique name is actually special dig. So I want to look in his special array for the first thing, and that's dig. So that's how I'll be able to find the dig animation. So it should be, the animation set should be stationary. And we're looking for, where is it? Anim data dot special get anims for set, and we're just gonna grab the first one off the set plate, and that's dig. So he'll just sit there digging like a fiend. And he is running really damn fast, which is fucking funny. because he like flies off of slopes. It's like shit, Fat Sack has got a motor on him. So let's pull our camera back out so we can see what the frick is going on. And let's run it and watch Fat Sack be a Fat Sack. So we pull it up and he's there digging in the dirt. And he's running. He's decided to do nothing. Jesus. Sitting there digging. He never changed his wanted velocity, so he's doing nothing. He's decided to dig. He's decided to look for a platform. Decided to dig. Decided to do nothing. Find platform. Dig. Find a platform. Dig. And now he's running. There he goes. He fucking jumped over me. He's going. He just runs into walls. All right, so we'll at least make him play his idle when he's doing nothing. Update do nothing should at least also set his movement wanted vector. Set wanted velocity to, let's see, f vector 0 vector with 0 velocity. So let's see, dot idle, yeah. So update jump. So we're actually going to want to call jump along with his thing, so we should jump. So we need to do some ray casts here. Basically, we're going to want to call an angle. We're going to start at an angle and kind of look. And how far should we be looking? Let's look for something. Look length is 1000.0 f. And what we're going to do is, I think we're going to look up at an angle. Like we're going to start at start angle equals like maybe 30 degrees. And our end angle is going to be like 90 degrees. And we're going to look for a platform. And how we're going to look for a platform is, like, we're going to assume like we're on the ground and we're here. And we're going to look starting at like 30 degrees. And if we trace these rays and we find something that blocks, we're going to keep looking until we find something that doesn't block. And if we find that we kind of looked and we had something like this, we're gonna assume it's a platform and we're gonna jump at it. Like, this is the dumbest AI shit ever, but I don't care. We're just making a little idiot man who follows really dumb rules. So basically we're going to start at an angle, our loop length is such and such, and all we have to do is call physics utils with our position. So it's going to be f vector position equals m actor get transform. Is there just get position? No. Get transform dot get translation. Yeah. So that's our position. Our look length is such, our look direction. So it's basically going to be like 4 float angle equals start angle angle is less than end angle plus equals 5 degrees, right? And we're gonna have like randomly look left or right, so it's gonna be like bool, like look right equals true, and like just who cares if f mat Dashkin math utils random float is less than 0.5, then look right is false. So if not look right, float actual angle equals angle. If not look right, then actual angle plus equals 90. So we'll look to the left. No, actual angle equals angle. It's basically 180 minus angle. So that'll look up from the other side. So basically we're just now going to get f vector look dir equals, like, it's going to be 0 on the x. The y is going to be f math cosine of actual angle, and this will be f math sine of actual angle. And then we just have our Dashkin physics utils, and we're just going to do ray trace dir. Simple. Is this thing still being angry with me? Yeah, it's being angry. Be angry, I don't care. I must be having sporadic connection drops. Comcast! Why are you you? Why aren't you not you? Our distance is going to be our look length. Our channel is going to be... Does movement have a function like get collision channel for group or some shit? Yeah, get physics collision channel. Glad I wrote some functions for this crap. So this will be our channel. And of course IntelliSense decides to stop working because IntelliSense likes to quit. And then we just need our T array of hits. Hits, the ignore actor is going to be M actor. Is that all we need? Thank you for following Danimator 286. We've got we're almost done here. We're working on just some really awful AI for some agents that are just roaming around our world. We're having a little bit of fun with them. They're going to be helping us test out our physics here and our collision detection. with multiple dynamic objects in the world, and we're just throwing some really dumb AI in here. This is just awful code, so that's just what it is. It's gonna be awful code. Yeah, working on the Dashkin game. We're working on movement to start with, because movement is pretty much the whole frickin' game, right? Like, if we've got movement, then we're good. So what we're gonna do is like bool found hit equals true. Actually, yeah, it equals false. So if we actually hit something, we're gonna say found hit equals true. And basically, if that's good. That means we found something at an angle, and otherwise, if we found a hit already, then basically we were skimming through this and we found something, and then we found something else. We're going to want to find the distance, so we're going to get hits sub 0 dot distance, and basically we want to get the impact location. No, we didn't hit anything. We're going to want to get the last hit location, so f vector last hit lock, and we're just going to say last hit lock is going to be hits sub 0 dot impact point. Basically, we're going to set our target location to be f vector wanted position for platform jump. We're going to say the wanted position for the platform jump is going to be, really we just care about the Y location of this. It's basically going to be the look direction, well, if look right, otherwise. We're going to set it to the last hit lock, and if we were looking right, we're just going to say we're going to do dot y minus equals 500. P4V is just freaking out. Why are you freaking out, Perforce? Why you do this to me? You're a real pain in the ass. Gotta go force kill P4V because it's just dying all over itself. Way to be, Perforce. Way to be. Yeah, I think P4V, my P4V clan is just being frickin' moron. So we're fixing that up. Yeah, so we got a wanted position for platform jump, and we're basically gonna, like, when we make a decision, we're gonna set our wanted position to f vector, 0 vector. And kind of at the start, like update find platform, we're basically just doing the most retarded crap ever. It's like, if this is f vector, 0 vector, then we're gonna try to find a location to be. Otherwise, we're gonna try to head over to that direction. So basically, like, our wanted direction. Like our direction vector is going to be either left or right, and it's like if, you know, our current position if our position dot y is greater than our wanted position for platform jump dot y. Otherwise, so basically head left or head right. Actually, let's just say like if position dot y is like our absolute value, fmath abs of position dot y minus target, and like if we're close enough, so that should be like it's less than 50, then we're just gonna return. We're gonna set our current decision to FD jump. Or maybe we should just call jump right here and just like the hell with it. Which we can do. How do we jump? We jump by calling jump, right? Just jump. It's like the A action, we just say jump. And we just tell it which direction and all that crap. Third doesn't matter, does it? It's either left or right. That's simple enough. So movement, jump, and then jump velocity. So we can just actually get rid of this like FD jump and well, screw it. We'll just have like if he decides to jump, he'll just decide to jump, and he'll just jump randomly. Who cares? So you can go ahead and write his update jump. Just be like, yeah, you're just gonna jump. So like, I'm gonna set you to jump to the left. Otherwise, if you Dashkin math utils rand float is less than 0.5, then dir equals right, and that should be quite simple. There you go. He'll jump to the left or jump to the right, and he'll just keep jumping whenever the hell he feels like jumping, whenever he hits the ground. Alright, he'll jump here, otherwise he's going to head to the left, and to head to the right. Left, he just does this. We just need a direction vector. Direction vector is this, so we're just going to... Position y is greater than this, so our position is greater to the right, so I want to head left. So, yeah. Head to the left. Why does that do that? Like we're pasting a string in and then it replaces it before that. That doesn't make sense to me. We should also just play an animation here, shouldn't we? Let's see, what was the really awful animations that we've got? Yeah, we've got air falling. We'll just do that. We'll have him jump like a complete moron. There's gonna be air falling. Anims is this guy right here. And this is just awful, horrible, worst code of all time. So this is going to be just idle, stationary idle when he's doing his little look around. And for this one, he's going to be doing his walk idle in his direction. Let's set his walk velocity a little bit slower for when he's trying to get in position. Alright. So we should now have an absolutely idiotic fat sack character that runs around and does pretty much nothing. Alright, so if position.y is less than m wanted position for jump.y, then we are to the left of the thing, so we should be facing right. So this should just be D, right? Good. So that should be pretty much there. So let's go watch our fat sack do really, really stupid things. And hopefully he will help us out later, testing out some of our movement code. Oh no, he ran off. Where'd he go? Shit, he's gone. Son of a bitch. Go back here, you bastard. There he is. What the fuck? Alright. So he's just gonna dig for a little while. He's deciding to do a lot of nothing. Come on, do something interesting, you dumb bastard. So he's wandering around. He just fucking jumped. He's just digging while freaking out. All right, I need to set his velocity to nothing, because that was the problem. His velocity was being set to. Alright, so when he's not doing anything, he should be doing nothing. So his wander should wander, his dig should dig, but he should actually set his... should actually set himself to not moving when he's not doing anything. When he's jumping, he should just be set to jump, and that should be it. He shouldn't be changing his wanted velocity, I don't think. Well, he he needs to just set his wanted velocity in the direction that he wants to go. So he should just like yeah, we need to grab that if first frame thing that we added. So f vector move vector equals, so it's gonna be 0, -1, 0. And if it's a dd right, then we just say move vector equals right. And we should be using the one velocity of his character. And he's running like super damn fast for a fat sack, and of course we can just go change that. We'll give him the slow fat sack movement data. And then he won't be quite so stupid. I mean, not quite so fast. He'll still be equally dumb. Oh no, he starts off by running away every single time. Thank you for following Boston, Mass. I assume you are in Boston, Massachusetts. So let's actually take this fatsack proxy, which has the fatsack crappy AI on it. Let's throw the fatsack slow movement on it. And the fatsack slow movement, let's take a look at his movement velocity. Let's keep that, but let's move his movement velocity a lot lower. 1,000 seems like a decent idea. So if we do that, actor to world, what is this? Our component is invalid. Let's take another look at that. I wonder if that was due to us opening up the asset in the editor and doing some weird stuff. Did he at least get saved? Yeah, he's at 1,000, so he should be slower now. He's just jumping around. Let's see what he does. He's just, yeah. He's doing nothing. He's digging. He's finding a platform above himself. He's jumping for it. He just flings himself up there. He doesn't give a shit. Just gonna do nothing for a while. Go back to digging. It's pretty cool. Very nice. So we're making a little test helper guy for our physics. Like you can see what he's doing with his movement and all that. So he's just digging because that's what fat sacks do. They dig. He's wandering. Now he's just wandering. He's just jumping. Alright, so we have this issue here where if we do a couple things, then our actor gets all sorts of screwed up here, and it has to do with our movement object. And what is wrong with our movement object? This is the default fat sack crappy AI. So it is our fat sack dude, and his problem is that he's gone out of scope or something, and he's trying to calling calculate bounds on him. Calculate caches, calculate bounds. Is this object gone out of scope or something? Yeah, it probably has. Because he's the only one that's actually using the movement controller component is doing this. Otherwise, I pretty much just need to do. I've got some crap in here that's not very good, but it's better than nothing. Which I should be making a new object for this thing, which is what was working, and we just need to grab this guy. And then we just call update on him. Because the problem is we're using basically the movement from the wrong thing. That's it. And we haven't actually hooked up the brains yet for any of our agents, so we're just hacking him in there so he can help us out. Let's just make sure he doesn't crash us anymore with going out of scope. It should properly be killed now that we're actually creating him instead of using basically the pointer that was on the asset itself. Because the asset was like the entity proxy that we destroyed earlier to make this guy, and that's why this thing was all super screwed up. Yeah, it's a transient U prop on there. Is this just not going to load? Let's try it again.